Morning all. I'm out on a nice, easy, fasted recovery ride this morning. Working around my van going in for its MOT. So if you watch me on Strava, it'll be a bit on and off, but out on the fasted ride. And then the thing with fasted training, I believe the jury's still a little bit out on this. Some people believe in it and some people don't. I personally believe there's place for it in your training, but not to bank everything on it. So why do fasted training? Fasted training is about getting your body to work away at stored energy on our body. In other words, trying to reduce a little bit of body fat perhaps, and getting our bodies to work on fats rather than on the carbs. So how to do it if you're going to give it a go? I like to go out after a black coffee and then keep all effort very, very low. I wear my heart rate monitor, so I keep an eye on that. I keep gears easy. I'll stay in my little ring, for example, and just spin my legs. I keep an eye on my cadence so that they're spinning really smoothly. So I'm able to speak throughout. So I'm keeping myself really low as far as what energy I'm expecting to be put into the pedals or exercise machine if you're doing it in the gymnasium. Okay, so then the important thing, especially if you're going out and about like me, is to make sure you do have some food with you, just in case you get caught out and your energy system drops too low. You've got something to put in. Or if you're doing an extended fasted ride, perhaps of 90 minutes, I would suggest then that people start eating little and often after about 60 minutes, so that then they continue the process for longer. So pick your route, know your route, try to stay low and flat on the route. Don't overexert yourself, so you're not going to want to push too hard physically to be able to complete the ride, and just tap along. If you're going to do it with another rider, make sure they know what your intention is. There's no point in thinking you're going to go out on a fasted ride, then you go out with your mate who likes to smash the Strava segments and you get lured in with them or dropped. I like to do it on my own or with somebody who I know slightly slower than me, then I can put it in. And always have that food with you. Don't be a casualty waiting to happen. Have something with you in your pocket. Okay, have a lovely day. See you later. Hi again. Sort of like a part two to what I was discussing earlier about the fasted rides. So the other thing, a good thing that a fasted ride brings is it brings a recovery ride. Now then, a lot of riders, they don't progress basically because they don't do recovery rides. They're so keen and enthusiastic that they get out and they work hard. Every single ride they're on, they're working hard. So they don't give their body the chance to recover. But it's not possible. On a good fasted ride, you have to recover. You have to ride at a lower level. You have to stay in lower zones. So generally most coaches they get their athletes to train in zones. My riders train to 6 zones. And to begin with, when you start with a new rider, they spend all their time, or seem to spend all their time, in zones 3 and 4. Now then, to really get them to progress, you need time in zone 5s and 6, so you're working really hard, and then time in zone 1s and 2s to recover. And then as they progress, obviously you bring in the 3s and 4s as well. But so where do I do a fasted ride? Yesterday I did quite a hard ride, which did begin fasted as well, or it began, but I was eating very soon into the ride and eating lots throughout. So I did a hard ride yesterday with plenty of hills around the Malvern Hills, lots of hard work. So today is an ideal day for a fasted ride. I want to spin my legs, I want to keep everything light, I want to keep everything relaxed, I want to allow my body to absorb all the workload from yesterday. Okay, so the other thing with fasted rides, a lot of people put in fasted days. These, I'm talking normal people that aren't necessarily athletic or sporty or just do a little bit. They put in whole fasted days, and that works for them. So the big thing you find with fasted, obviously now my breakfast is going to be shifted back. What are we now? Nearly 10 o'clock. So it's being shifted back 3 hours from my normal breakfast time, which is 7. So that gives me the feeling of pushing all my meals closer together, because normally my evening meal is at about 5 o'clock. So I bunched all my meals up, which means today I will eat far smaller meals because it's one after another, or that's how it'll seem, because if I get back now I'll be eating at perhaps 10:30, and then a lunch at about 1, and then 5 o'clock, and they're all bunched up, rather than the big spaces that's traditionally in a 3 meals a day routine for somebody. Okay, so think a little bit of what I've been saying, give it some thought, make use of what you think is useful, discard what you think isn't, give it a go. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, but keep progressing, that's the main thing. Keep looking to be a better you every single day you get the opportunity. Okay, see you later, bye.